Hello, my dear friends. Today we are talking about a new subject. We are talking about reading today. Uh, how to begin reading? There is a general doubt among teachers whether alphabet learning is a necessity or not for beginning reading. I think there is a confusion among teachers regarding the learning process of learning of alphabet and the process of learning of sound values. I would say that not the learning of alphabet, but the learning of sound values of the constituent elements of a word, what you call letters, alphabets, is the necessary element for making reading possible among beginners. Maybe because the teachers think that in Malayalam we are learning alphabets, but it's wrong. Unfortunately, the sound value of Malayalam alphabet is the same that of its name. If each alphabet has a name, say for example, A is the name of the alphabet A. Fortunately, the same is the sound value of A. So, many people believe that the child can read Malayalam words because the child knows alphabets. This is wrong. What the child learns first is the sound value of each letter. So, the child understands A as A because the letter A has the sound value of A. So he understands that as A. This is not the case of English. In the case of English, and not only in English, in many other languages, alphabets have a name, but they have different sound values. So what happens is that, say for example, C is the name of the letter C, but the letter C has sound values such as K or S. It depends upon the word. We must differentiate this thing, So, my point is that it's not the alphabet learning, but the learning of the sound values of alphabets which makes reading possible. Let us consider an example. See, for example, let's talk about the word car. So, for example, car. You know that this word car never appears alone. How do you present the word car? The word car comes as the part of a context. You are building a context of a discussion about vehicles sometimes, or a context in which a car is introduced. This is how car is introduced in your textbook. So how do we begin there? You introduce the context and you write the sentence, this is a car. That is how the word car is introduced. So the child understands the idea of this sentence. This is a car, right? So the idea stands together. That is how you introduce things. That is how you present things. That is how you process things. So the methodology of this is what is called whole language philosophy. So this is a car, comes as a part of a sequences of experiences that you conduct there in the classroom, right? From that, the child will get 4 elements, components. What is this? The other is, the third one is a, and the fourth one is car. These are separate entities. Sometimes the child may be able to identify the word car after processing this sentence, right? So car is an entity. It doesn't mean CAR. but it is car. And the child will be associating the pronunciation car with the script. That is the process, right? So he may associate this with the sound, not the text, car. Do you think that will the child be able to recognize the sound value of this letter with a single experience? Never. When you introduce this word as car, an association process will be taking place in the mind of the child. He may be associating the sound car with what is written there on the board or on the chart by the teacher. So this association may vary from child to child. We cannot say that, the child will be able to associate C for K, A for A, and R for R. This may not happen. The child may be considering this for ka, say for example, a combination of two alphabets, and R for R. This is one possibility. The child may think this as ka, and there will be a doubt regarding this component, and he will associate R with R. So there can be different possibilities, different ways of thinking through which the child is associating the sound he or she hears with the script that is written by the teacher on the chart. Then how do you make the child confirm or convince that this letter stands for K? This takes place several other experiences. Say for example, at the next point you may be talking about cow. Cow may be appearing as part of another idea, another sentence, and there again you get a word related to K where C appears again. Right? And this process continues, right? At certain point there may be another word cart where again C appears and the sound K appears. This sort of repeated experience, what we call recurrences of a sound related to an alphabet, make the child convinced that, oh, this is for K. This particular alphabet stands for K. This is the way of learning that takes place in the mind when the child pass through various repeated experiences related to several ideas. Okay, this process is called phonemic learning, or the process of phonemic consciousness, what we call phonemic learning. So the child understands the sound value of the letter. Got it? So this is a constant process, this is a continuous process, and this never remains pertaining to C only. When you talk about C, we are talking about a single experience. C, let us come to the initial word car. And here there are another sound related to R, that is ir, and there will be several other several words where this R appears. Say for example, rat. There will be another word, rabbit, at one point. There may be another word like a road where R appears. This repeated appearance of this alphabet, which is associated with R or Ra, help the child to convince that this is the sound value of this particular letter. Okay. So for understanding the sound value of a letter, the name of the letter is not at all a necessity. Each alphabet has a name. And what is that name for? For talking about that alphabet or for mentioning that alphabet, that's all.